You still here with your homeboy first and your homeboy Tim G. Jacob. This is really the most entertaining sports show in all of the game. That is, put it on some.
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all share this so all of your people can too put it on something. Y'all dig. Uh, as you can see, we want to talk about Ole Miss getting upset by Arkansas. Okay, want to do that. But before we get into that, I do want to mention the fact that our Southern Miss Golden Eagles did at least take a lead into the fourth quarter against South Alabama.
That's how you want to acknowledge us.
Hey, you do what you can. And I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Brownlee. Okay, Mr. Brownlee, you be playing your ass off. Okay, I just want to get that out there. Okay, because I ain't really got nothing else
That's it.
for now. For now, that's what I got. Okay, but carrying on. Ole Miss did get upset by Arkansas 42-27. Now it's the SEC. We know upsets happen in the SEC. It's the best conference in college football. So we know how it goes down. But there wasn't just no upset. This was a stop the fight, throw the towel upset. This was a game in which at halftime you were like, on Rocky, y'all done seen Rocky with a man over there saying, throw the damn towel. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay. I don't know what the hell was going on. Okay. This is a weird ass game. You had both squads had rushers go over 200 yards. Ole Miss had two, two, and got the doors blown off of them. Okay. Weird ass game. Ole Miss had two 200-yard rushers and a 100-yard receiver and Cantown native Malik Heath, and still got the doors blown off of them.
Had 200 more yards of offense, 700 yards of offense.
See, you gotta give us something. I don't know. You've been trying to talk to Lane all year. You've been trying to coach the coach. Okay, you've been trying to coach the coach. Talk to us about this one.
This one purely this game represents who Lane Kiffin is as a coach, as a personality in a locker room that you say, go get your guys ready.
Mhm.
Lane's not that guy.
Mm.
When we're talking hostile environment, Arkansas is already motivated because they're trying to be bowl eligible. They were 5-5 coming into this game.
Okay.
Ole Miss is like, well, we already 8-2 at the time. We good. No, you not good. It wasn't nothing good from last week when you lost to Bama. Ain't nothing good. So you would think they would carry some anger up 55 to Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember if you hop over to 45. I can't remember how the interstates run up there. But it gets colder as you go up. So you already know what kind of environment you're finna be in. It's finna be hostile. And the and when you look at the stats, you would think, well, Ole Miss might have won this game.
But it was 35-6 at the half.
It was 35-6 at the half. And the thing is penalties killed them. Penalties killed them. They made some very poor mistakes that took 2 touchdowns back, if I remember right. 2 holding penalties. Took 2 touchdowns back. They were getting big plays. This might have would have been a remake of that what was that, a 5 or 6 overtime joint they had years ago between Ole Miss and Arkansas, if I remember right,
Mm-hmm.
where it was just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's what this game should have been.
Mm-hmm.
But mistakes, and it just seemed like Ole Miss just was not focused. They just weren't focused. Dial up the right play, kid makes a holding call. Dial up the right play, fumble, interception, whatever. It just
Do you think they overlooked Arkansas in anticipation of the Egg Bowl?
No, no, they just didn't look.
Okay.
They just didn't look. They just didn't look at their schedule and go, you know what, we got Arkansas. Who gonna be motivated now? They're gonna be motivated because they're trying to be bowl eligible.
And they got a QB back, Mr.
KJ
Jefferson.
Jefferson's back.
Yeah.
Mississippi native. I think North Panola High.
Yeah,
So
I've taught up there before. Shout out to them.
so they're motivated to get this dub. And Coach Pittman even said it. They even showed the little quote he made. He's like, we can sit here and wallow in this loss. I think it was to LSU. Or we can go be bowl eligible. And Arkansas is getting better. They're building. Like, their offensive line play has been very good for the most part of the year. They've got a very good offense. Ole Miss just didn't look. They didn't overlook. They just didn't look. And this represents who Lane Kiffin is as a head coach. If this is Nick Saban, and I know it's Nick, I get it, but somebody of Saban's demeanor ain't finna walk up there to Arkansas playing like this. It's Coach Pittman at Arkansas basically said we can sit here and we can cry our wounds, or we can go fucking win.
Is Lane too lax? I know he's an offensive guy.
Way too lax.
Think he's too cool for school,
Way too lax.
so to speak.
What intensity do you get from Lane Kiffin when you see him on that sideline? What intensity? What lets you know that he's passionate about getting this victory? If he'd have been passionate enough in that Alabama game, they'd have won that game. But sometimes your kids got to feed off of you. And you don't, and I mean, you listen to him, he says, really interesting things, and he's kind of funny, and sometimes it's dry humor. Okay, cool. But you talking about leading young men. You need these young men to be as passionate as you are sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta see it. I don't see it from Lane.
Does a lackluster performance like that kind of halt some of these Auburn rumors? Do some of those folks over there in Auburn say, I don't know if this is what I want to buy right here?
They better. The proof's already there. I mean, he's a very good offensive mind, and he's gotten Tennessee, USC, Ole Miss, Florida Atlantic jobs along the way. So this is fourth job that I can recall. And sooner or later, you just got to go. He just ain't it. He just ain't it. Something's missing with him. They're just not working. And
went to the Sugar Bowl last year, not T.
And that sounds great. Didn't they get blasted in that Sugar Bowl by Dave Aranda's squad?
His quarterback got hurt now. I
ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm just trying to offer,
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I mean, I'm just saying. People looked at that game and went, Ole Miss, they ought to handle that. And Dave Aranda, LSU defense coordinator, defensive mind, solid, had his boys ready to play. They went in there, and it wasn't even a game. Because it's Lane. That's just where we at. I'm going to take him for what he is. Right. He's not a big game coach. He going to get you 8 wins. Cool. But taking a program to the next level, let's just say it for everybody in America, he's not it. He's just not it. You can sit him on that. You can sit him over there with Saban, and Saban gonna say, "Listen, this is all you do. You call plays. I don't need you to be a genius. I just need you to do what we talk about, and we'll make it happen."
Right.
Lane's not that guy that can fully encompass and go send a team out there and go deliver. You don't get it from him. So too much play. Too much play in Ole Miss.
So would you say he's a coordinator masquerading as a head coach?
He been masquerading a long time as a head coach. I mean, he just has. And it's just, and we, he has good little spurts here at stops. Cool, but if you're saying Ole Miss is ever going to be uh national title worthy, Lane Kiffin's not the guy. He's just not going to deliver those goods. If you're okay with New Year's Day bowls, more power to you.
I think Ole Miss would be okay with that too.
Well, then you got your guy then.
I
But
think they would.
if you're aspiring for something more, look at Sonny Dykes and the job he did at TCU. Look at that. Let's just look at that. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, granted, his squad pretty senior laden, upperclassmen, a good bit of upperclassmen. But Sonny Dykes, you don't that if you look at that game against Baylor, that Baylor game the other day, even when them boys missed a 2-point conversion, and it ended up being 28-26, I believe what it was. And them boys didn't convert that.
Mhm.
They got to stop. Offense got back out on the field, drove them down. No timeouts. Kicker team comes run out right out there. When they got in position, kicker team runs right out there, lines up, kicks it. Ball game. That's because Sonny Dykes don't panic. Everybody still believes in that in that locker room. Everybody still believes on that sideline. Even when the chips are down, everybody's still believing. It's something to be said for that. You don't see that with Kiffin. When the wheels come off the bus, the wheels come off the bus.
But wait, okay. I'm gonna throw you to the NFL then. Don't it seem like that's the new hot shit in football? Not to just have this Vince Lombardi, Nick Saban type of motherfucker at head coach, just to have an offensive whiz kid. You've got one with the Shanahan cat. You see McVay. Like that's the new hot shit now to have the OC be the HC, come in and let's have a sexy offense and you run things. That's the new shit now.
It is. And if you want to compile all these so-called OCs together, how many titles do you think you got with them? About one with McVay? All these new hotnesses. It's just sooner or later you got to have guys that will hold young men accountable. Say, I got another guy behind you that can do your job if you can't do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Or just like we came up playing ball. If you wasn't doing what you were supposed to do, somebody else gonna take care of your minutes.
Right.
It's just that simple. So I don't need foolish holding penalties come game day. We working all the mistakes out through the week. And when you roll out there Saturday or Sunday, whatever, you're coming to play ball. You ain't seeing that from Ole Miss. That shouldn't even went down like that. If you look at that box score and you look at them stats, that game, if you blinded both the scores, you would say, "Oh, Miss looked like they won that."
Now they did put up
It was close.
21. They put up 21 in the fourth, which keep scores close. I guess somebody turned the sliders, to my on the video game. But so they seem like they got some empty calories with that team.
They sure did. They sure did. And now they finna have to go get more empty calories come Thanksgiving if they don't go out here and come play ball in this egg bowl. Because I already said earlier this year they finna
Okay.
catch this L.
Okay, we're gonna talk more about that momentarily. Then we're gonna talk more about that momentarily. But for right now, real ones, I need y'all to chime in, especially if you're down with Ole Miss. Let us know how y'all feeling about Lane Kiffin. Okay. Now, last week I just told y'all he need to stay his ass where he is. I'm tired of folks using Mississippi schools as stepping stones. You feel me? But are y'all pissed off with him? Do y'all want him gone?
Call
Let
Coach O.
let look at him. Let us know how y'all feeling up there in Oxford. You feel me? Put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?